you very much, Masters, for this wonderful evening session. We'll start sharing. Let me share my screen. So hoping you're all able to see my screen. Yeah. So welcome to all my dear friends, masters and gods. Thank you all for joining this Seth Wisdom Sessions, Masters. First of all, thanks to our Guru Brahmaji Pitamaha Patriji, and thanks to Seth Master, and thanks to all the masters whoever is helping us with all the wisdom that is needed for us in our day-to-day lives. Okay, Master. Yeah. So today let us discuss about past, present, and future. Okay. So as we already discussing in our last session, so we need to be always aware of ourselves, whether we are living in the present or living in the past or living in the future. Because in our day-to-day lives, from our past experiences or from past lives, we go through so much. Okay, because of so many misunderstandings or whatever it might be the reason. Because of lack of our soul knowledge or lack of understandings. So we accumulate so much of unnecessary things, so much of negativity. We carry so much of trauma from our past lives, from our childhood. And we don't know how to deal with our emotions. So somebody might have hurted us in the past, and we just cling to that emotion. We cling to that experience. It might have happened once in life, but we keep carrying that experience, that emotion throughout our lives. We forget that happened only once, but we take that experience and we cling to that experience as if that is ours. We become attached to that negative experiences most of the time. Wherever we got so much hurt, so much disappointments, so much insult, so much damage to our ego, and fear, and anxieties, and guiltiness, jealousy. So many things. So we take so many things within us. We take it so personally. We think that they are telling us. So how dare he is telling me? How dare he hurt me? How someone can be hurting me so badly? So we take everything as if that is our own thing. And we cling to those experiences, those emotions, because we don't know how to deal with them. We don't know how to gently accept and let that expression go away, let that emotion go away. So each and every experience coming to our life because just to have some experience and just it has to go away again. But we are not living those experiences. So it has happened only once, but we keep recalling in our mind again and again and again and again and again. And we feel so much again. So it might have caused some 5% of struggle for us, 5% of suffering for us. But when we keep recalling again and again, what happens? That 5% increases to 10, 20, 30, 40. So it overtakes us. It becomes so much. It would be weighing so much. We don't realize that how much weight we are carrying with our experiences, past experiences, emotions. So we forget to release them, or we don't know how to release them. We don't want those things, but we cling to those experiences. You see, we don't want them, but we are not ready to leave them also. We just cling to them so tightly. We wrap ourselves with those emotions, with those experiences, and we struggle a lot. And we say that because of that person, I'm still struggling. Though it happened 5 years back, 10 years back, or 1 year back, but I'm still carrying that again and again and again. I'm just playing that in my mind, just like I'm playing a DVD, CD, by putting in a CD driver. So when you watch some movie by repeatedly playing again and again, what happens? It repeatedly it plays the same thing, right? It is a static memory. So our subconscious doesn't know whether it is already happened or it is happening or it is going to happen. It doesn't know anything at all. What it knows is whatever you give, it will execute. Whatever the instruction you are giving, it will try to play that. Okay, he's asking me to play this memory now. Let me execute. And we feel that again, 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 as if it is happening now, at this moment, right? So we are damaging ourselves. We don't want those kind of negativity, those kind of suffering, those kind of insult, but we carry them. We don't leave them. We are clinging to them. We know it is hurting us so badly, but still, we wrap around it just like a child, just like a kid, without knowing what will happen if I leave it. So we are acting against ourselves. So mind is a very great tool, masters. Okay, if we use it properly in a righteous way, it will take us to the greater heights. It will make us saints. It will make us rishis. But the same mind, if you are using it in a wrong way, if you are feeding negativity, all the suffering, all the depressions, all the fear, all the anxiety, all the guiltiness, all the regrets, disappointments, resentments, whatever it might be. So each and every negativity, when you keep feeding it, it thinks that, okay, this is my reality. So it keeps telling us, okay, this is your reality. So we are feeding on negativity. We are feeding on the same past painful memories, painful experiences. So in a way, we are causing trouble to ourselves. Okay. So it is not that somebody else caused us pain. Yes, of course, it happens through others. Some people will come into our lives to bring the best out of us. Some people come into our lives to bring the worst that was carrying inside all of us. So it is not that they are causing us trouble. No, they are helping us. They are helping us to bring out the worst things that we are carrying inside us. Worst characters, worst gunas, worst samskaras, all the negativities, whatever we are carrying, it was coming out because of them only. Otherwise, we don't even realize that we have that much negativity inside of us. And we are not realizing they are helping us to bring out something which I am not, or which I am carrying very negative, very bad things inside of us. But we keep blaming them. Since we keep blaming them, we don't get a chance to look at ourselves and how we are, what actually we are carrying inside of us, how much garbage we are carrying, how much dust we are carrying. So we forget to clean ourselves and we start blaming others, but we don't want to leave that grip also, that memory. We just cling to it. We just cling to it, just like a child. What will happen if you leave that? So, most of us, because of lack of this soul knowledge, soul wisdom, spiritual understanding, our righteous understanding, righteous perceptions, our lack of guidance. So, we are struggling with all this negativity in our lives and we are acting against ourselves. We are making our lives miserable. So, we are using our mind either to make us or break us. Okay. Because subconscious, as already we discussed, right? We know what is right, what is happened already, what is past, what is present, what is future. So it is our responsibility to be in the present moment always and to accept each and everything and understand what it is trying to teach us. So if it is bringing something worse from out of us, okay, what is the thing that now I have to do to make it right? I have to correct it myself to get rid of that negative emotion, negative understandings, negative perceptions. So we have to understand these things. We have to learn things because so as long as we keep struggling, we have a learning masters. If there is no learning, we don't struggle at all, right? So it is actually the way we look at things has to change. Our perception has to change. So when our perception changes, our understanding changes. And we have to take the responsibility of each and every experience that is happening in our lives. Only then life starts explaining to us by itself why it happened, why I was going through all this. Then it will give us all the insights that is needed, all the knowledge that we needed. It will come to us either through some session, either through some person, or through some pamphlet. So whatever might be the source, when we are ready, only then things will start happening to us. When we are ready to accept life the way it is, then life happens to us. But we act against life. We reject the life the way it is. That is where we struggle. And that is why life cannot happen to us because we are not in a position to accept it, allow it to happen. So it waits until we are ready. That's why we feel life is very miserable, very painful, because we started life to happen to us. We are just pushing it away. No, stay away from me. I don't want this. I don't want that. How come somebody can hurt me? How come somebody can treat me badly? How can somebody say words to me like that? So we are in this kind of mindset. So we have to change our attitude, change our perception. Then our understanding keeps changing. Then life starts happening to us, right? So we learn through our mistakes. So we think that something wrong happened. As I already went through that kind of experience, I went through that guiltiness so much because we don't have that spiritual knowledge. We don't have that soul knowledge. So life is here. We are going to learn things by experiencing in all possible ways. Okay. So life is never be a smooth curve, smooth road. Okay. It is a curve. It is a wave always. So in each and everything, if you see light, it is a wave, frequency, wave, energy, wave, water, when it is moving in a wave format. So each and everything, our heartbeat, it is a wave only. So each and everything moves in a wave form only. So there will be up, there will be down. Smooth roads cannot make skillful drivers, right? If everything is smooth, what is there to learn for us? How we can become a skillful driver? You need to experience all different kind of possibilities. Only then you will be able to strengthen yourself. You'll be able to adapt yourself to the situations and overcome them. And you'll be ready to face any kind of challenge, whatever it might be, right? So we have to understand that each and everything that is happening to us is for our good. In fact, we only chosen those experiences, Master. As part of our soul plan, we have decided each and every step, each and every experience, whatever we are going through, whatever we are going to experience in this lifetime. Be it the better, be it the worst. Everything is for good. so that that will give us insights and we try to change ourselves, try to learn things, whatever we have to learn, right? So we have to change our perception from limited to unlimited. This is very important. Okay. So what kind of instructions we are giving to our subconscious, that is important, because subconscious cannot say it is already happened or it's going to happen. So most of the time we live either in the past or in the future. But how many of us really can tell how much time I was able to be in the present moment? From the past, we have to learn, and future, we need to do the planning. But we should not be in the future, but we have to do the planning. But we have to be in the present. So all we can do things is in the present only. Past never returns. Future always comes to present and goes to past. So the moment I speak, that was already gone, right? So it keeps always flowing. Life always keeps flowing. Time always keeps flowing. So we have to learn to be in the present moment by learning the experiences from the past. Whatever we have to learn, we have to learn. And make sure we are not repeating all the mistakes, whatever we have learned or whatever we experienced from our past. So we have to transform all our experiences into positive things, all the negative experiences into positive things. Because of our expectations, we experience all different kind of possibilities, disappointments, anger, regret, suffering, guilt. So we need to transform what are the things that we have inside of us, all the negative emotions, negative characteristics, negative feelings, negative thoughts, negative opinions. We have to transform all of them to positive side. Or either we should be balancing both of them. So whenever something wrong happens, we should be able to accept it and we should be able to forgive. Forgive other as well forgive yourself. And thankful, be grateful for that experience. Because of that experience, I was able to understand I was having something very negative emotion I was carrying. So they helped us to understand we are carrying something wrong, something negative. So thankful, be grateful for that. At the same time, you got hurt. So one way he helped you to understand you have something negative inside of you, but at the same time, he gave that experience and it got hurted. So you have to forgive him. You have to be thankful first, and you have to forgive him because of him you got that hurting. Okay, and you have to forgive yourself as well because you attracted that experience. So it is not that without your permission, without your acceptance, without your approval, without your attraction, nothing comes into your life. You create your reality. You create your own reality, right? So we keep hearing this. We have to apply this to each and every experience, each and everything that we are going through in our lives. So wherever we need to forgive others, we have to forgive others. Wherever we have to forgive ourselves, whenever we do something wrong, we have to forgive ourselves as well. That is the most difficult part that we don't do actually. Whenever something wrong happened because of us, we feel guilt so much. We don't know how to forgive ourselves. So we have to learn to forgive ourselves as well. That's okay. We have to keep telling ourselves okay. So this is the only thing I kept telling because one of the book told me, yes, it's okay, completely okay. Yes, grave mistake happened because of you. Somebody got uh, so much damage because of your wrong thing. or somebody lost life, or somebody got murdered, or because of you something so bad happened, so many got affected. That's okay, Baba. Fine. It is completely okay to do something wrong. But you have to take steps, if possible, to recover from it. Somebody got affected because of you. Take steps. Try to do some help if possible. Compensation. We keep hearing this, right? Whenever some accidents happens, to avoid the cases and all, they try to give compensation. Even the government announces if somebody loses some lives because of some tragic accidents or natural calamities, they give compensation, right? So the same thing we have to apply in our lives. When something wrong happened because of us, and if there is any possibility that we can do something good for them in any way, we have to do that. That is the compensation that we can do. We have to do. So at least at at least some percentage we should be able to be out of it, out of that regret, out of that guiltiness. Okay. And we have to forgive ourselves. And we should make sure we are not repeating that. That is important. Okay, masters. So this is very, very important for all of us actually. Because of this, soul wisdom is not available to many. They are going through so much. Somebody will get addicted to so many things when they go through these kind of painful experiences. Okay. Yeah, that's why it is very important for us whenever we see somebody who has done something wrong, we should not be treating them bad actually. Yes, it happens. Maybe you yourself got affected because of somebody else. That's completely okay. But you should not be treating them bad again because they have done something wrong to you. It's an experience. Whatever might be the reason, you both have agreed to have that experience. You agreed for that experience to happen, and he agreed to give that experience to you. So that understanding we need to have first. That comes only through this kind of spiritual satsanga, spiritual reading, meditation. Okay. So that is why it is important for us. We keep hearing this thing, right? When the student is ready, Guru appears. It's not that student goes to Guru. Guru comes when you are ready. So to be ready, we have to keep practicing each and every day, whatever way that is possible for us. Meditation, reading, Sajjana Sangatya, Seva, whatever way it is possible for us, we have to make ourselves ready. Like a spiritual warrior. We have to be like a warrior. Sign, uh, this army, navy, air force, if you see, they keep training each and every day and night. Every day morning they get up, they do all the exercises to keep them fit. It's not that because tomorrow they are going to do the war. No, they are going to face the war. No, they are just making themselves ready. We don't know at what time what may come. So nothing comes by telling us all the danger and all, right? So they keep themselves ready each and every moment. So the next moment, if the alarm rang, they just take the bag, all the kits, whatever that is required, and they just jump into the warrior phase. So like that, we need to be preparing ourselves to become a spiritual warriors. How we can do that? If we keep skipping our meditation, or keep skipping our reading, spiritual reading, or satsanga we are not doing, seva we are not doing, then how we can become spiritual warrior? How we can become ready? So when we are not ready, how something comes to us? We have to raise our vibration. Only then the respective knowledge, respective wisdom, everything comes to us. Okay. So this is very important for us, masters. Each and every day is important for us. So that's why practice of meditation helps us to be aware or to understand aware, to practice awareness. So it's not that 1 hour we do meditation, so only 1 hour I keep practicing, observing my breath and all. So whatever we are trying to do, the practice of awareness, we have to bring that into our lives. When we bring awareness, then mindfulness automatically comes. Then all the things fall in place one by one, because each and everything is connected. We think that this is not related to that. No, each and everything connects must. When we seed something in the land, right? First it sprouts, then it becomes a plant, then it becomes a tree. If you want, after it is getting sprout and it is getting a plant, it is turning into plant. If you want to move that into some location, or if you want to give it a proper direction, how it has to grow, that is the right time, right? But once it became a tree, you cannot make any changes to it. It is already grown up. And if you have to move that to from one place to another place, so much of care has to be taken care to make sure nothing wrong happens. But when it is a plant, it is very easy to move from one place to another place. That's why from childhood, how we are growing up is very important, because that is the feeding time for us. Okay, we are just like we become sprout and then we become plant, then we become a man or woman, right? So that childish stage, that growing stage is very, very important. That is when we have to feed all the soul knowledge. We think that this soul knowledge and all is only for older people. No, it has to be coming from the root stage itself. Only then our roots become very stronger. We'll become spiritually stronger. It becomes our nature. So then nobody has to tell us that you have to be like this. You have to take in a proper way, positive way, righteous way. Nobody has to tell. It will come automatically. That is my nature. Okay, that's why as a parents, our parents doesn't know, yes, but we know now. So we have to make sure that we do the right parenting. We have to make sure that kids are properly grown up. They with the spiritual values, spiritual understandings. We think that spirituality is different from physical reality. No. Only when you are spiritual, then only you'll be able to live your physical life properly with a great understanding. Otherwise, we stuck with all these kind of emotions, all this kind of negativity. Okay, masters. Okay, 5 more minutes. Yeah, fine. I think I'll stop here. If anyone has any questions, yeah, you can ask, masters. I thought I will cover this slide today, but with one point itself, everything went. Okay, masters. If nothing from anyone, yeah, probably we can wind up this session. We can connect tomorrow. Once again, thank you for all of you for joining these sessions.